Morning, everyone. Wednesday, May 20th. Again, doing this financial news every morning for you. So 7 days a week, 365 days a year. If you'd like to see what's going on in the financial markets, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Just so you know, I typically try and focus on what is going on around the consumer, what is going on around cost of capital, because those two things help me understand what could potentially be going on in the real estate market. So, what do I got today? First and foremost, looks like if you went back and listened to the May 19th financial news, I nailed Moderna. Moderna came out yesterday morning with an 8 for 8 study. Stock shot up. Then they go out and raise about $1.3 billion. And lo and behold, late yesterday afternoon, it comes out and their data is not as clean as others scientists would like. I believe in the May 19th video, I said, hey, it's how do we know? It's not even been peer reviewed yet. So I was kind of suspect. The timing of the morning report and the afternoon report just made me feel uneasy. And sure enough, by the end of the day, others were saying the same thing. What I've learned this morning, which has me even more suspect, is turns out it looks like they needed the money. So now you have a company that needs money to extend and keep pushing forward, right? They're burning cash. They come out with a potentially manipulated or cherry-picked sample set. Get everybody all excited, right? The stock market was up over 900 points the day that they did this, and then they raised $1.3 billion. It doesn't make me feel good. This is, frankly, that's classic .com behavior. This is what I saw firsthand when the .com market was going crazy. Just clearly manipulated reports of slivers of data that are true, so that the stock price could be manipulated and IPOs could go bonkers. It was not a great time for financial reporting, and I think we just saw it yesterday with Moderna. So anyways, glad I called it out early so I can say I got one right today. As expected, all week I've been telling you about retailers coming out. I think we are certainly running the risk of having 10 big retailers when we exit this. Again, sample size, Lowe's, same store sales, $7 or same store sales up over 11%. Profit was $1.77 versus $1.32, so almost a 45-cent beat. Target, same store sales, 59 cents, or same store sales up 10.8%. Earnings 59 cents versus 40 cents. Again, what is that? That's a 19-cent beat, but almost 50% when you look at it mathematically. Then you have sort of Urban Outfitters. Go back and look at a video I did about kitchen sink quarters. I'm not sure. Urban Outfitters, maybe it's a kitchen sink quarter. Again, we were only closed 2 or 3 weeks, right? So you would think Urban Outfitter had 10 normal weeks. They reported a loss of $1.41 versus an expectation of 29 cents. That's kind of the 5-6x that I have seen historically that might represent a kitchen sink quarter. I have another one later today. We'll talk about that. I'm pretty certain it's a kitchen sink quarter, but we'll see what's going on. Then we have weekly mortgage apps. This is probably, no, it's not probably. This is great. Capital letters, underscore, bold, italics, whatever you want to call it. Great news for anybody looking for green shoots. And frankly, this might not even be green shoots because now we have a trend in data. Weekly mortgage applications are up. They are now 1.5% lower than last year, right? Year on year, we are close to being on par with where we were last year. A lot of that is refi data, so let's not misunderstand what's going on. But still, purchase applications are up for the third week in a row. They were up 6%, from last week. The trend is real. As the country opens up, it is very clear that we have people looking to buy homes. We do need to ask ourselves where they are, because I don't think they're in New York or California. We need to understand what price points they are. I'm going to guess more affordable, and I'm going to guess where are they coming from, right? Are these folks trading up, or are they becoming first-time buyers? My guess is they're becoming first-time buyers that are just so pissed off living in an apartment, they're like, I need out. But all of this is great data. All of this stuff is what I've been trying to peel back from this evolving health event, because it's going to help me understand where to invest. So this is key information to watch. And just so you understand where we've come from, 6 weeks ago, weekly mortgage applications fell 35% year on year. So we are coming back in that space. And again, a mortgage application is not a yes answer. A mortgage application is not a sold house. But still, it's data that's at least pointing to the future, right? Housing is a long process. It's 45, 60, 90 days, depending on how long it takes to find, review, and ultimately get approved. So just, it's good data. I don't know. I mean, you can't look at that data and say anything negative, in my opinion. Then you have Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean is coming out and basically saying 2021 bookings are on par with the historic ranges. That's good news. Now, of course, these bookings do have the ability to cancel and all of those things, but still, it's, we are close to 2021, right? This is past the middle of May, right? 2021 will be here before we know it. So again, I think there's some good news. Red Rock Casinos, this is the one I was talking about earlier. This feels like a kitchen sink quarter to me. Basically take everything off your balance sheet that you've ever been wanted to and just flush it down the toilet or the sink or whatever you want to call it. Red Rock Casino lost $2.18 last quarter. They were estimated to make 18 cents. That just feels like a kitchen sink quarter, right? Again, we were only shut down 3 weeks. And these companies are going from an 18-cent profit to a $2.18 loss. Ouch. Another thing of note, the government is selling a 20-year bond. This hasn't happened since, I think it was 1984, maybe 86. Looks like they're going to do $20 billion today. 20-year bond at 1.21%. Right? The 30-year, just from memory, what is it, 1.6? And the 10-year is like 0.6, 0.7 maybe. Would you sign up for 20 years to earn only 1.21%? I just don't get it, right? I think inflation in 3 years is 3%, so crazy. Something that we are going to increasingly see is we're going to see companies getting sued. Looks like the first one that I have found, McDonald's, right, has opened up, and they are being sued because their workers are too close. I'm afraid that this is something we're going to see. We're going to see a lot of lawsuits against companies who are trying to do the right thing, and just the model that we work in. I certainly don't like it, but I'm not stepping in the middle of that one. The UK, talking about negative rates. The UK issued their first bond that has a negative yield. So UK, the United Kingdom, joins the long list of countries going negative on yields. There's a lot of talk about if the US will do that. There's even some predictions based on models that it might happen later in this year. I certainly hope not, but we shall see. Just some kind of random news. Joe Rogan has signed a exclusive relationship with Spotify to move his podcast to their platform. Joe Rogan is somebody I occasionally listen to when working out. He's fun. He has a lot of interesting characters that come across, and he just talks. He's unfiltered. Yeah, I enjoy Joe Rogan's podcast, so good for him. They didn't disclose how much money he got, but I'm gonna guess he got paid. He got paid. Another thing that again is happening is it looks like Apple and Sony have struck a deal. They are going to stream Tom Hanks' World War II movie that is already in the can, as they say. It was originally expected to be released on Father's Day. It looks like they're just going to stream it. I didn't write down the number, but I'm pretty sure I remember a $70 million price ticket for that. So, and then they're probably splitting the streaming fees, I am sure. And then we got some data about Silicon Valley in New York. If you've been watching this channel for any length of time, you know that I've been calling for those markets to fall because of they were unaffordable. I believe I did my first Bay Area report probably 9 months ago. So it looks like the Silicon Valley exodus is picking up steam. They're already forecasting 25% of tech workers. They are going to be working from home and thus leaving. The article was about leaving San Francisco, but that really bodes for the Bay Area in general. Why live in a 70-year-old home with one bathroom and $2 million? It's just this real estate market here is insane. It is not healthy. It's not balanced. It's unaffordable. Just like I've been talking about for nearly a year. But you know what? When 25% of the tech workers leave, that will impact prices. Now, I don't think they're going to, they're not going to go to, 90% off, but they will, they'll fall, as I've been talking about. And then New York, some interesting data. Looks like 56,000 people had their mail forwarded in March. And then in April, it jumped to 81,000 people. So what is that? Almost 140,000 people. The largest concentration is in Manhattan. Probably makes sense. Manhattan's expensive. They probably have second homes elsewhere. But again, just like the Silicon Valley, lots of financial institutions are saying work from home forever. Proved that we could do it. So yeah, we are going. This is going to be the great repricing, the great adjustment, whatever you want to call it, for different asset types. Single family homes, commercial, office, retail. It is both going to be an opportunity for the creative, and it is going to be so painful for folks who had the assets and the bonds and who were, the REITs, all of that stuff. So in the end, it's May 20th, the financial news. If you like getting these updates, they're usually 10 to 15 minutes, usually in the morning. I did this one a little bit early because I have two exciting interviews, one at 7 a.m., one at 8 a.m., and then I have an extra special one at 1 o'clock today that I've been looking to get forward to. So lots of stuff to put out for you today. I hope you have a wonderful day. Hit the like button, leave a comment, and hit that subscribe button. Take care. Bye.